Let's groove tonight.
It's all right.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes, episode 217. A very special episode of Tuck Rule Takes. The gang is all here. Liam's here. Al's here. I'm Mike. We are coming to you on yet another Victory Monday, but guys, this is not a normal Victory Monday. I feel like that needs to be stated. Kind of a big game over the weekend. AFC Championship. Maybe you've heard of it if you're listening to this or watching this. I'm sure you know what happened. The New England Patriots, the formerly 4-13 New England Patriots, the 14-3 regular season New England Patriots, helmed by first year head coach Mike Vrabel, second year but first full year starter Drake May. 40% new roster, basically a whole new defense, new offensive coordinator, not just one new defensive coordinator, two new defensive coordinators, because Terrell Williams, we wish you good health, got cancer. Found out he had
But if
cancer.
you talk to Stephen A. Smith, Terrell Williams has been crushing it all year.
Oh,
Yeah.
we will get into that. We're going to get into all the talk about the Patriots because, guys, like I said, if you don't know, the New England Patriots are finally, after years of a drought since 2018, the New England Patriots are going back to the Super Bowl. Guys, if I had the round of applause button, if I had a professional setup for you gentlemen, and I'm sorry I don't, I would be doing the
The roaring
the round
applause.
of applause.
Yeah.
The Patriots are going back to the Super Bowl, guys. This is the first Tuck Rule Takes episode with a New England Patriots team going to the Super Bowl. Liam and I
right.
did do it back in, Mac Jones's first playoff year, but that was we don't like to think about that because we have
That
a
was
new
short-lived.
very short-lived, very short-lived. But guys, just let me before we get into the game, how we feeling? Patriots going to the Super Bowl. Surreal, right?
I mean, let's set the scene here. If you're living in New England, you're living in Massachusetts, which I'm assuming a lot of you listeners out there are, and if you're not, we appreciate your support. But for the Massachusetts and for the New England people, a lot of snow that came down Sunday into Monday. As we're recording this on Monday, people are still shoveling out. People are still not going to be in school on Tuesday. And then the Patriots go on the road to play a Denver Broncos team that everyone's like, "Oh, Jared Stidham, he's gonna light it up." Sean Payton, "Oh yeah, yeah, we fully believe in Stiddy. It's everyone else I'm worried about." Let's just say this. Our guys are gonna have a lot of rest. They're gonna have 2 weeks off after this. Like, shut up and get the hell out of here.
Hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's not even hilarious. It's dumb. That's what it was. It was dumb. And you know what? The Patriots took advantage of the opportunities given to them. Big We're calling it a forced fumble. That's what we're calling it. A forced fumble by Christian Ellis, Drake May with a rushing touchdown, Andy Borregales with a more important than we realized at the time, game-winning 23-yard field goal, and Gonzo, Christian Gonzalez. What better time to get his first interception of the season than to clinch the AFC to go to the Super Bowl? Everything about it was great. After you watched the game, you saw the post-game stuff. You saw the Mike Vrabel Warriors comment that Matt Collins had before the game too. Like, everything's just great. And I think it's just, as a Boston sports fan, like, yeah, we had the Celtics run. Obviously, they won the finals a couple years ago. Obviously, the Red Sox have had their time. But what makes the fandom so fun is when the Patriots are good again. And that, guess what? The Patriots are good again, and they're back in the Super Bowl, right where they belong this year. It's been a season of destiny. Excuse me, a season of fate. And let's keep it rolling for one more game.
Yeah, Liam, how you feeling? I know, Al, I don't know if you heard the question. I asked how you were feeling. I didn't ask you to break down the whole game.
Well,
But
I still wanted to. So too bad.
but
We can do whatever we
it
want.
doesn't
Patriots are
matter.
in the Super Bowl, so shut up.
We can do whatever we want. Liam, how you feeling? General thoughts, then we're going to get into the game.
I feel incredible. Like what fucking circumstance. And we had our moment in the group chat where it's like, we know Mike's delusional. Al, you and I sit here and we humor him. It's like the Make-A-Wish kid on our podcast. He comes on here, he says the most absurd things, and you and I are like, "Yep, go score that touchdown, buddy. Oh my
Yep,
God, you
little
broke all those
pat on the
tackles."
head, like, okay,
Yeah.
buddy.
It's like, "Oh my God, you shook Brian Urlacher. That's so good." Like, but fucking Jesus Christ, he was right in this circumstance. Like, but you weren't eating that up, or you had to hold yourself back. I could tell you wanted to say it,
I
but you
wasn't I
didn't.
wasn't thinking Super Bowl. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, no. I don't, no one, no sane person like Mike Vrabel, the motivator of the team, will sit up there, and I bet even he's like, "Holy shit, I can't believe how far we've got."
Hmm.
It's it's an unbelievable feeling. Like I in a lickety split because like those years sucked, but they went by really quick. Like it was,
Hmm.
what was it, 4 years, 5 years, something like that.
It's
And
been, well, 7 years since they made it
yeah, but
and
like
and
being
had
Well,
like
brought,
an
it's been
extended
four,
run. It had an
four
yeah,
since
extended
the
run.
playoffs. Yeah,
yeah, and
still
7 since the last Super
years.
Bowl, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like really, it only feels like 2 years, like the two really bad years, and everything else, like it was like, oh, like it felt like those in between
Hmm.
years with Brady, in between the dynasties where you're like, oh, we're gonna be good, let's see how it goes.
Hmm.
It
Yep.
was really only the 2 years of absolutely blowing it, which really sucked. Like, you gotta say, kudos to you guys, my ever elegant co-host. We got up here on this podcast every fucking day and was like, well, Mac Jones, two picks and a strip, and then the
Yeah,
defense
but
gave up 48 points. But I think there are some redeeming qualities about this team. Like down the line, this is going to be really worth it.
there's a
And this
path.
is
There's a
there
path.
is a path, and like all the years where the offense sucked and the defense was great, or the defense was good and the offense sucked, and all that in between, it went by like that. And like, I don't want to count our chickens before we hatch. We haven't won the Super Bowl. Just going there is a fucking victory.
Mhm.
It's the rebuild's complete. It's absolutely unbelievable. And like it's like the Patriots joke right now is just to shit on everyone else. Like, oh, like the Browns have been rebuilding for 40 years, and like, I'm not even gonna hit the low-hanging fruit there, though I bet that sucks. Like, but
It seems
oh my,
horrible.
like, and like the irony, like football is such a wild game where it's like, Drake May makes the Super Bowl before Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, all those other jokes that you see
Hmm.
online as well, which like are obviously put online for malice and to talk shit. But in the grand scheme of things, like football is an absurd game, and that's what's
Hmm.
really funny about it. It feels absolutely incredible, and I just wanted to get out in front and share this fun fact, and then I'll end my soliloquy that the Patriots are the only team that's made a Super Bowl in 5 straight decades. Granted, the league's only been around for 7 decades, but still, like 5 straight decades have made a Super Bowl in every single one of them. Like, damn, it's just so cool.
That's absurd.
Mm,
The Patriots are also the first team to lose 14 or more games and make it back to the and make it to the Super Bowl in the next year. First team
yeah,
to ever go 9-0 on the road. This is the
9-0 is
first Patriots
crazy.
team to win a playoff game in Denver.
Yeah.
Like
Which
there's
the irony of that, like we could
crazy,
never do
right?
it with these loaded teams. Gronk
Yep.
had caught a Hail Mary and then a
Hmm.
touchdown and then a 2-point conversion.
Still couldn't.
No, Hail Mary touchdown. We missed the 2-point conversion and lost that game. Herculean effort by him. We still couldn't do it. And like this team gets it done. It's absurd.
Yeah, I mean it's nuts and kind of I'll just give my like how I'm feeling, then we'll go right into the game too. But like yeah, it's as you guys said, I am the resident optimist on the show, but I do play it up a little bit, like every
Yeah.
episode. One of you guys will say like, "Oh, no one's thinking Super Bowl." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, Drake May gets I hope Drake May gets voted to the Pro Bowl. Too bad he's not going to be able to play in it." Ha ha ha. You all laugh at me. Come to find out, he's not going to be able to play in the Pro Bowl this year, and Shador Sanders is going to take his spot.
Crazy.
That was hilarious too.
That's that. Hey, you know what, man? Good for him. It still counts, man. Still counts. Drake May is a two-time Pro Bowler, and because last year still counted for him as well. So whatever. But we're not here to talk about anybody other than the Patriots. Yeah, it's great, man. It's I full well understand if you're tuning in right now, you are most likely a Patriots fan. But even if you're not, by some chance, I understand and I feel your pain. Us Patriots fans, we are very annoying. We are very frustrating to deal with. especially when we're good. I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, where have Patriots fans been the last however many years?" Blah blah blah. We've been miserable. That's why
Yeah.
we are. Look at these banners next to me right here: Celtics, Patriots, Bruins, and Red Sox. We are used to excellence. Okay, I actually have a picture over there. This is Titletown with a bunch of rings on it behind me. The Boston, New England is Titletown. We are used to championships, not good seasons, not, oh, we all had fun and Mac Jones is quirky, not that COVID Cam Newton year was kind of crazy. No,
That's
no, no.
awesome.
We have standards, unlike Josh Allen, who said on that Sunday night football game to Chris Collinsworth that he came into the year with zero expectations. Maybe you should have expectations going into the year, and maybe you wouldn't turn the ball over 5 times in the divisional round. I digress, though. In New England, we have standards, and we have not met those standards when it comes to the Patriots the last few years. It has sucked. We have been miserable. We deserved all of the criticism that we got. Because for 20
Yes.
years, we have owned you listening or watching right now. We have owned you and your team, whatever team you like. If you ever
Yeah.
wanted the Patriots to lose the past 20 years, even the years that we did lose. Yeah, I said we. Even the years that we did lose in the Super Bowls, that Ravens game, the Jets playoff game, even the years we did lose, it still sucked for you guys because you all knew that the Patriots are going to be back in the who's going to play the Patriots Invitational, which was the AFC Championship game. Guess what, bitches? That game is back. It is now from here on out until Drake May says otherwise, until Mike Vrabel says otherwise. The AFC Championship game is now who gets to play the Patriots Invitational. That's what it is. The Patriots are back. We are all back. Deal with it. America's worst nightmare is back. You're going to hear that a lot. We all we got, we
Yeah.
all we need. You're going to hear that a lot as well. And you're going to have to deal with it. You, as an NFL world, are going to have to deal with it. You had 5 years to build a new dynasty.
Yeah.
Mahomes couldn't do it. Where's Mahomes right now? He didn't play. He's not even in. He's not
Well,
even in the
technically he did
playoffs.
do it, but yeah.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not here anymore. You need to
It's true.
sustain it. That's what you need
Yeah.
to do. You had 5 years to build something that the Patriots did. Mahomes, good for you, man. Your window's gone. Josh
Yeah.
Allen, buddy, you might as well just try to go for MVPs and Offensive Player of the Years at this point.
Yeah. Become the
Like,
James Harden of the NFL.
They still
Yep.
don't have a head coach either. They still don't have a head coach.
And you know what, Al? It's not going to matter because Josh Allen has regressed. We saw it this year. We saw it last year as well. Liam, props to you. Before me, before Al, before anybody, you were on that. I am
sucks.
sorry to the rest of the NFL. Lamar Jackson's deteriorating. Joe Burrow doesn't want to play football anymore. The Steelers are trash. Like, I don't even know who else to think about. The AFC East is nothing. Herbert can't win in the playoffs, especially when he plays the Patriots. CJ Stroud might need to find a new team. Maybe Shador Sanders is going to be the guy. He's in the Pro Bowl this year. I don't know.
Yeah.
All that matters, guys, and I'm wrapping this up, is that the Patriots are back and they're in the Super Bowl, and you all have to deal with it. So,
Yeah.
Patriots are back, by the way. They won 10-7 against the Denver Broncos in a barn burner of a game. We were all off with our score. I think, Al, you were around 28 something. I had
27-17,
31. And yeah, Liam, where were you like about? Were you,
I
you
honestly
were a little
can't
lower?
remember.
Either way, no one saw a 10-7 game coming. I do think that none of us saw
Well, if
for
I
like
had known it would be a fucking blizzard, like,
for a quarter and a half, you really couldn't throw the ball or kick
yeah.
the ball.
It-
But
also, props to Tony Romo as well. First time he's ever seen a snowstorm, he was just flabbergasted. Oh, this is unbelievable, Jim. I've never seen anything like this. It's like, dude, you played in the NFL for like 9 years. You never saw snow.
Well, don't
once.
forget, he played in Dallas where they have the dome, because
Yeah,
they've never
totally.
seen
He
snow.
goes on the road. He's played elsewhere. It's like it's not like he's never playing a game in Detroit or in New England or
Never.
in anywhere else. He's
Literally
just
against
like
the Giants.
yeah,
Literally.
it's yeah, twice a year in Philly, twice a year. But no, he's just like this is unbelievable, Jim. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. It's like really, you can't
Tony
believe
Romo-
it. They're
I don't know,
playing.
Jim.
They're,
I don't know,
they're-
Jim.
I don't know, Jim. It's like they're playing in the mountains, Tony. What do you think's gonna happen?
Tony Romo has to go. And like it was a cute little
Dumb.
gimmick to start when he came in where he would try to guess the plays, but you have
Yeah.
to evolve. Now he's sitting there, the Patriots line up and he's like, "Oh, I don't know, Jim. Looks like they got the sixth lineman. Looks like they're going to run either left or right. Let's see." And they run right and he goes, "I told you, bro, you
Yeah.
had like a 75% chance of being
He
right."
had one that he botched too. I can't remember what it exactly was, but he was super specific about what the play was going to be, and he wasn't even close. And I
Dude,
was like,
he was
nice.
wrong on the big on the Henderson run when they played the Bucks because remember they ran. He was like, "Oh, I didn't like it. Oh, I like it. Ah,
Yeah,
shut
he's
the
an
fuck up.
idiot.
I do
Yeah.
not like it." And then like he does
Meanwhile,
like,
he's down there. He's like, I
oh,
can't believe how hot it is down here, Jim. Oh my gosh.
dude, and then it got to a point towards the end of the game where I think it was after like Stidham turned it over a little bit. He was like, and turnovers happen. It happens with all quarterbacks.
Oh
Like
my
he kept
God.
harping on it to the point where I'm like, he's like trying to retroactively make his turnovers in his career sound better.
Yeah.
He's like, it
And
happens
he
to the
he
greats.
was really lenient on his criticism of Jarrett Stidham. It was funny.
Dude, that touchdown drive, and we're gonna talk about it in a second, that the Broncos
Yeah.
had their one touchdown, their only points they
Literally.
scored. He was like, and this is it. He has command. Look at him. He's up at the line. He's checking. He's going kill, Rita, Omaha, doing this. Shut up. You lost the game. His bias knows no bound. At least
It's
Jim Nance,
unbelievable.
like at least he like can't even really form sentences in his head to get his bias
Yeah.
up. It's frustrating. It's
Jim
frustrating.
Nance is
Like I
clueless.
completely
Yeah.
forgot when the game started. I looked and I was like, I fucking forgot we were gonna get Romo. God damn it.
Yeah, it sucks. Although, like the other hand, you get Tom Brady, which equally isn't great. But like Tom Brady actually had some good
At
insight
least
in
he's
his.
trying.
Yeah,
He's been trying to get better.
yeah. He
Which
did have
is
some insight on the call that I really liked, but for the most part, it's
yeah,
fairly generic.
yeah, he's been trying. But let's get into the game. Patriots won, like I said, 10-7. A quarter and a half of just unplayable football, but that's what football is.
But
Um,
I like that though. Everyone is like, "Oh, what an ugly game." I'm like, it's called defense. I know you haven't seen it for the last 10 years because the league's gone in such a scoring direction. You don't see it in the NBA either. But this is what fucking defense is. It drives me up a wall.
think about your old like Bears Packers highlights. It's always in the
Yeah,
snow, and that's actually
100%. Game
I
ends
I'm gonna
nine
ask
to
you about it
three.
after.
Everyone's like, "What a great game!" Now it's like just 10-7. You got two touchdowns. They're furious.
Did you hear what's his name? Colin Cowherd. He was talking about the games and he was talking
No,
about the
I
NFC game.
refuse to listen to Colin
And then
Cowherd.
I only listened to the clips. And then he was like, "Oh, and now we'll move on to the JV game." And then he was talking about the
I saw
AFC
that
game.
clip. I saw that.
It's like, dude, just because like defense was actually played, that NFC championship game, not a lick of defense for the most part.
Yeah,
Like there were some plays, but defense was not played. But
no.
I actually I got a question that kind of relates to the weather and the snow and everything that I want to spring on you guys because we're only talking about this game today. We're not going to preview the Super Bowl. We'll obviously kind of talk about it real quick, but we're going to dive into that next week. This is really just going to be about the Broncos, then just some kind of season talk, and we'll be on from there. But for this game, we'll go through the stats, then we'll break it down. Drake May, 10 of 21, 86 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, no fumbles either. Big thing. Ramondre Stevenson, 25 for 71. Drake May, 10 for 65. And Matt Collins, 2 for 51. He was really the only notable guy there. One of those plays being a flea flicker, which is why the Patriots won,
Yeah.
obviously. I'm gonna kick it to you guys. Where do you want to start? I figured we'll start on offense because that's going to be more of the discussions. Defense is going to be a party. So where do you want to start?
This will segue into the offense, but I want to say first drive, Stidham bombs it deep. They score a touchdown really quickly. None of us knew that was going to be the only touchdown of the game. But what
Nope.
were you guys thinking then?
I was like, oh boy, he actually made a good throw. And it wasn't like one of those
He made a
throws.
couple of them on the drive, but that one was sick.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one was like, okay, it's 3rd and 10. If you can get him right off the field, it's like, okay, get the pressure right on the Broncos right away. Then he just throws an absolute bomb down the right sideline and beats Christian Gonzalez and Jalen Hawkins didn't track it, whatever. But when you see that, you're like, oh boy, like
Yeah.
he actually looks like he could be serviceable today. And then rolls out a little bit, hits Sutton for the touchdown. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, like they better, like the Patriots better score because Sean Payton's on his A game today. Like, holy
That's what I was
smokes,
thinking. Were you worried?
a little bit. Not, I wasn't worried that the Patriots would win the game. I was worried about okay, Stidham's actually going to live up to the hype and actually play a pretty good game here.
Yeah.
I was
That's
annoyed. I was very annoyed. Like I still thought the Patriots were going to win. There was a time where I thought maybe they wouldn't. Um, but yeah, I was just annoyed because I was like that. Like this, God. Now we're going to hear this
Yeah.
is Stid the kid, and he's coming out and Stiddy. It was just I was annoyed with Gonzo. I was like, dude, you had a great like postseason. I know it wasn't all him. There was communication, but yeah, I was just annoyed. That's all.
Yeah. See, I was actually kind of worried. I was definitely a prisoner of the moment. I try and have more foresight than that. But I was like, well, this is super not good. And then the Patriots go three and out, and the Broncos were moving the
Mhm.
ball on their second drive. They got past midfield. And I was like, oh, great. Here we go. Like, I was like, if the Broncos go up two touchdowns, I was like, I think we might be fucked. Like, I was like, oh my God. And then they ended up stalling out. But
Mhm. Yeah, no. So that's when the Broncos. It was really the first half, which is where my worry level went from like a 0 to like a 4 at most because they were moving the ball a little bit, and the
Mhm.
weather
yeah.
was still fine at that point.
Yeah, it
That's when
was.
I was like, yeah, because I mean I'm looking at it here. So first drive for each team, three and out. Nothing happened. Then the Broncos went 5 for 59. Patriots punted. That's when I was like, okay, like I would have liked to see an answer there.
Yeah. And then that
And
next drive is what I'm talking about, where they get to
yep,
midfield and
yep,
friggin' Cortland Sutton has a terrible, terrible drop over the middle
mhm,
on 3rd and 9. Like he's wide open. I think he beats Gonzo, or he just like whoever
yep,
he's on just smokes
yeah.
him.
Stidham threw it a little behind him. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
a
the
great throw,
timing was
but
off. Yeah.
and Sutton should have caught it.
But
He
it
should have.
truly like it hit him in the hands. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, maybe it wasn't a pretty pass, but you got both hands on it.
Absolutely.
Cortland Sutton's really good.
Yeah, so I was a little worried then. Then Patriots obviously got the ball three and out, -5 yards in total. Like, that's
Yeah.
just kind of how the first quarter was. I think they had something like 30 yards or 39 yards, 29 yards in the first quarter,
Yeah.
lowest ever for like a Patriots team in the round or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we go, and you know what? Since we're here, we'll get back to the Patriots offense. But actually, no. Let's keep talking about the offense because I was going to say the
Yeah.
next drive is the 4th and 1. Peyton decided to go for it instead of punting it, but we'll talk about that when we talk later. But offense, though,
Yeah.
what else were you
So
saying?
like that following Patriots drive, Drake May rolls out right and gets sacked on 2nd and 6. And he usually, he's been slipping out of those in most
Every
games.
time.
And then they got him, and my worry builds even more because I'm like, the offensive line isn't helping him out here. Like our
Right.
receivers aren't getting open.
Mhm.
Kayshawn Booty's just getting just molested by
Yeah,
Patrick
Sertan was locking
Surtain.
him up. Yeah,
Yeah, I
It
was
was
like,
everything.
oh.
Everything
yep.
wasn't looking good for the offense, and that
Mhm.
was
Yeah.
the most troubling part.
And call me scarred. We've never won in Denver. I was like, I'm getting flashbacks of Wes Welker chip blocking Aqib Talib. I'm like, oh no, like what's gonna happen here?
Mhm.
I was nervous, and Will Campbell got beat like a drum. We're gonna stick on the offensive thing. Let's talk about this offensive line, which is gonna be the Patriots' biggest criticism because everything else actually looked relatively all right.
Just to go to Will Campbell, since that's the thing. Overall, I didn't have that much of an issue with how the O line played. Like they're going up against the number 2 ranked defense. Like
Yeah.
there's a time where like either the pass rush is so good where the coverage, you can't find someone, but if the coverage is good, eventually someone's going to get there. Will Campbell
Yes.
had allowed 0 sacks. I think it was two pressures or two hurries and one QB hit.
Mhm.
Like he wasn't horrible. I know Morgan Moses let up like either a couple hits or a couple sacks or something.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. Going to that play though about you where May was kind of rolling out. He does get out of that every single time, and we'll get right
Right.
back to the O line. But that's a part where I was like, this is a 23-year-old kid realizing he's in the playoffs. That's the
Yeah.
only thing. Where like,
Also,
which he
this is the
is.
conference championship game. Like, I'm
It's
like, this
huge.
is, yeah, we're playing
It's
the other
huge.
best team in our conference.
Yeah, but when we talk about May more, we'll get into that. But yeah, my offensive line talk, Will Campbell, good game. Everyone's going to
Yeah.
talk about that one block
When
that
he
he
dove
like,
for it.
but he thought that May was going to get rid of the ball. You see May double clutches a little bit and holds on a little longer. Like things just didn't go well. Will Campbell, bounce back game. My confidence is back with him. Not that it ever left, but overall, like I mean, shit, they just played three of the top five defenses in the NFL. Like
Right.
this game in particular was a step in the right direction. That's my thought.
It's the same take. You agree, Al?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing though, and I know we're going to talk about the Super Bowl next week, but just a little spoiler for a quick point here. One thing that Seattle's probably going to try to take advantage of is that left side of the line with Campbell and Jared Wilson.
Right.
So what gets emphasized in practice these next 2 weeks, so that way those guys are ready to play in the biggest game of their pro career, and it's only year one of their pro career. So again,
Hmm.
something to look forward to. But you know what? I was under the impression of, okay, Will Campbell didn't really have a good game at first, but then I took a look at the stats, took a look at some film. I'm like, okay, so he really didn't play that bad. He just
Mhm.
like you said, Mike, it was the missed
It's
chop
the
block
one
that he
play,
had,
dude.
and then
Yep.
the false start, the really bad false start, like in the second half, which it happens,
Yeah.
and I know that,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah,
still was
that
like,
sucked.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was like, okay, like it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it is what it is. So hopefully
Mhm.
that left side of the line gets figured out for the last game of the season. So
Liam, how'd you feel about it? I'm curious. Since you said Mike's my take was a sane take, I'm curious
Yeah.
how you felt about the O line.
I guess I'd probably be fairly in line with you guys. His run blocking was phenomenal. Like there's a reason Ramondre ran for 71
Yeah.
yards. And like Will
Yeah.
Campbell, that he can stick him in a run block where he
Hmm.
looks really good.
That's his thing.
Unfortunately, like yeah, totally. And his pass blocking just is less so. I don't think he got toasted. Like against the Texans, he got absolutely toasted. Like that was tough to watch for our boy that we're rooting for here. He didn't get toasted. He didn't get embarrassed. It was just, a rookie going against really, really good pass rushing talent once again.
Mhm.
So yeah, like if I were to give him a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give him like a 6. Like it's passable. I didn't absolutely, it was above average. Didn't hate what I was looking at, but it certainly could have been a lot better. I think Morgan Moses had a tougher game actually, but
Yeah.
yeah, like in the grand scheme of things, wasn't that bad. It is going to be something worth watching, and I am going to place a Super Bowl bet on some Seahawks defensive lineman to get a sack, but I don't think it was as bad as everyone likes to throw up. I've seen so many plays on
Mm-mm.
Instagram of Will Campbell just diving at Nick Bonito and just gets run right by. And I'm like, it's going to happen. He tried it 2 or 3 times and it didn't really work any of them, but it's also, I think he had the second most sacks in the league behind
He was up
Miles
there. Yeah,
Garrett.
yeah, yeah. I think it was like third or fourth,
Yeah.
second, third, somewhere up there. He's top five, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm like, like that's okay. No one stopped Michael Strahan either. So like
So,
we had way better tackles and they didn't stop Michael Strahan
yeah,
or
him,
Justin
Justin
Tuck.
Tuck, Umenora.
Yes,
Yep.
100%. So how am I
Yep.
supposed to get too mad at this poor guy? But yeah,
Sometimes the play calls for that too. I think that's a thing that like a lot of people, like even fans that know that, like they see it real time or whatever, and they're like, "Who's telling him to do this?" Blah blah blah. Like I promise you, odds are he's not just doing that because he
yeah,
thinks that's the best way to play. He's doing it because he knows what the play is. So he's
yeah.
like, "Shit, if you're out there too much, I'm gonna, cut block you, and then hopefully the ball's out before you get there." And sometimes it just doesn't work. So
Also, Drake May does really well when both defensive ends are just allowed to get upfield, and then he can
so
move up in
good.
the pocket and run right up the middle, which he did in
Oh,
this game
oh,
right
we'll talk.
before when he slid and Vrabel called. Like that's
Mm.
exactly what happened. So I don't know. I'm not an offensive line coach. I tend to believe like that's a strategy where you're like, if you're backed up on your heels, you think they're killing you right now. Just let them get 3 or 4 yards and then hold them then, and Drake May is just going to go forward with it.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, as long as like the middle of the line can hold, which
Yeah.
Jared Wilson had a horrible missed block. Didn't even try to block the guy. It was on I believe the Patriots were in the red zone. I don't remember what down it was, but Stevenson was coming out of the backfield. It would have been a touchdown if Wilson just like blocks the guy, but instead he tries to go inside. The pass rusher comes right through, and May has to overshoot Stevenson. But yeah, like I mean, there were a lot of plays that were left out, and a lot of them were because of pressure. But like again, because they won, you can kind of dissect them a little differently. I think if the Patriots like put up however many points, I don't think we're even talking about the offensive line. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that might be because the offensive line played better, but I don't like the what if games because people are saying, what
I
if Bo
agree
Nix was
completely.
playing? And that wouldn't
I
have happened.
do also think Bradbury crushed it. Like I saw him get like two or three,
Dude,
not pancakes
all
where he
star for
levels
the
them on his
team.
ass, but whenever a defensive lineman falls down, dude, he just belly flops on them. He's like, "Yeah, you're not getting up." Just dead weights him, and I'm like, "Dude, that's a win. They're down a
Yep.
defensive lineman. We have four other linemen blocking." Like, dude, I actually really like him. I couldn't believe because I wasn't psyched when we signed him, and now I'm like,
No one
fuck,
was.
like he's a staple. I don't even know if I want Jared Wilson going to center anymore. I'm like, you, dude, hold it down.
Yeah, just try to teach him left guard. I don't know. I mean, and we'll that'll be fun too because I'm sure you
Yeah,
guys saw in the our little notes app. I'm already throwing a shit ton of names in there that the Patriots
yeah.
might be able to get. So it'll be interesting to talk about, what they do on the line. But yeah, overall, I thought it was fine. Do you guys have anything else on the line that you wanted to bring up?
Nada.
I know Liam, you mentioned it. Okay. Um, I guess we got to talk about Drake May. Like I said, not great. 10 of 21, 86 yards. Like full stop, I think this was the Jitters game. He didn't fumble the ball, which is great. Like that's what you want. And I mean, if the Patriots don't turn the ball over, they will most likely win every game that they play in at this point with this team. Um, but yeah, Drake May, like there was like a little cover two hole type shot that he missed to Pop Douglas that he normally hits at all times. Just plays where maybe if he could reset real quick, maybe he could find someone over the middle. But it's easier to learn these lessons in a win. So my grade for May is just that, I don't know, B minus. Like he did what he had to do. Like I'm not going to fault him for the quarter and a half where he couldn't throw the ball. You know what I mean? And he didn't make any egregious mistakes, but he played like a second year guy. So yeah, I'm going B minus. It's a passing thing. I'm not worried by any means. I know that these games have kind of twisted people's minds into not remembering how good Drake May and this offense is, which they'll get reminded of in Santa Clara in the Super Bowl. But yeah, I mean Drake May did what we want him to do though, and he used his feet. He helped win this game with his feet. 65 yards, that's crazy. I mean, he had the rushing touchdown. We'll talk about the bootleg as well at the end of the game. Yeah, he had that nice 28-yard run as well. But how do you guys feel about Drake May? What would you don't need to give a letter grade or whatever. I just did it because of just, a habit. But how'd you guys feel about Drake May's game in the AFC Championship?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be as generous as you with the grade
You don't
because
need to be.
there were some, oh good, I don't plan it. There were some throws
Fucking
that
feisty educator.
oh yeah. There were some throws that in the first half he should have made. Like there was a throw in particular, it might have been late first half or maybe even early second half. He had Kayshon Boutte, like I don't want to say open, but if he got it there, it would have been a pretty lengthy completion, and he just short armed it by like 3 yards.
Yeah, it
So
was
Yep.
long.
like, I'm not saying that's the only one, but that's the one that really
Was that over
stands
the middle
out.
kind of? Was that the
I
one
think
over the
so.
middle or to the
Yeah.
side?
Yeah.
Because he
I
did
think
it
it was over the
twice.
middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. So you're proving my point that there
Yep.
were, multiple throws out there. And you know what? I agree with you. And Mike, this is something that I texted you, and I might have put it in our group chat as well, but it just looked like Drake May had the jitters. And you know what? We have to remember something too. And Mike, you said it to open the show. This is Drake May's first full season being a starter in the NFL. So
Yeah.
obviously, at some point, the jitters game was going to come out, and hopefully, this was it. Now, as far as a grade is concerned, I'm not going to be as generous as Mike. I'm going to give him a C minus because the passing when they had the opportunities to do it, he didn't take advantage of. But having said that, you don't flunk him, you don't put him in the D range because his legs did help a ton. Like
Mhm.
his legs helped the Patriots set up for an opportunity to take the lead at halftime. Granted, it was a 60-yard kick, but still, Drake May's rush gets you there. Obviously, the 3rd and 6, like you talked about to end the game, the naked bootleg, like that's a great call, which Drake May, by the way, called on his own.
That's
So
his
credit
call.
to him
Yep.
for doing that. And then also the rushing touchdown, not that it was anything out of the ordinary, but held on to the ball. Good call by Josh McDaniels. They called it in the Bills game, I think, earlier in the year in Foxborough.
Mhm.
So they have that play. So, that's what saved him. But hopefully, with a couple weeks of preparation and rest and healing for anything with Drake May, I think that's going to benefit well going to Santa Clara, especially where it's supposed to be like 70-degree weather. So.
It's gonna be perfect, baby. Liam, Drake May's game. How you feeling about it?
I don't have a letter grade. My letter grade would be an incomplete. How are you supposed to judge a dude in weather like this in the second half? He did have that booty miss, which he
Mhm.
absolutely should have slapped that booty, and he didn't.
Yeah.
And that was, it is the plays like that that stick out in your mind that would kind of lean toward negative grade. I absolutely see it. But first and 10, 8 minutes left in the game. Friggin', it's supposed to be a play action, I think. And Ramondre falls over, then Drake May falls over, and we're
Yeah, that
backed up
was
against
like,
our own end zone. Like I saw that play and was like, I'm no longer expecting anything from the
No, because no
offense.
one can do anything, dude. We're
Yeah.
falling. There's
I was like,
snow.
dude,
Yeah.
I was like, we
Yeah.
can't even hand it off or fake a handoff if that was what the play was supposed to be. I honestly couldn't tell. I don't even know if receivers ran routes. Yet they went out to block. It was supposed to be a
Yeah.
run.
I think it
So
was supposed
like
to be a run.
I couldn't tell, and I was afraid for a second he was going to end up like Mark Sanchez, and I realized he wasn't that inept. But
No, he was smart though. He did like the weird purpose stumble. That was good.
yeah,
Smart play by a young
a
guy.
100, dude. But like
Yep.
I saw that, I was like, I can't judge this guy at all. The legs were great. Like he was able to move. He accounted for 150 yards and only had 86 of those passing. I'd say that's a more than adequate day. And when you walk away with the win, that's all that matters. I would probably give him a higher letter grade if I was giving a letter grade for the fact that he won the fucking game, had the scramble to win it, and all. He made just
Mhm.
enough plays to win, so it put me in the upper echelon of the letter grade. But in the grand scheme of things, how am I supposed to judge a man on this stage? So be it.
Yeah, I mean, in the grand scheme too, and like this is just us. You need something to fill the podcast airtime with. But at the end of the day, I don't think either one of us really, or like all three of us here, really want to give a letter grade. Really care. Like, listen, man. Like, you didn't
Yeah.
make any crazy mistakes. You missed some throws. You had jitters. Like, the human element comes into it, which is what I tried to tell people to understand when they were talking about Jarrett Stidham coming into this game. Like, I don't care that he can make all the throws and all that. Like, the human element comes into play, and we saw that with both quarterbacks. It just so happened Jarrett Stidham doesn't have the talent to overcome it. Drake May had the better team and the talent at times when need be, when push really came to shove. He did help more than he hurt his team. But yeah, man, this was just like, I think 10 years from now, like, I'm kind of looking out, when we look back, we're going to be like, yeah, see, these were the types of plays that, second, third, fourth year Drake May maybe would have messed up. Similar to Josh Allen. I mean, again, he's regressing. The Bills will never win a Super Bowl again. Josh Allen will never get to a Super Bowl. He has yet to be to a Super Bowl. Drake May has been to a Super Bowl. Probably he'll go to three before Allen even sniffs one. But again, I digress. This is not about any other teams.
Yeah, but that's exactly the point. Like you watched Jarrett Stidham, and the elements were equally as terrible, and he made some good throws. And did he have more passing yards? Yeah, he
Yeah,
did
yeah,
have.
he had like
So
150 something.
33. So
yeah, I mean, the
but
the 50-yard pass helps, but
yeah,
that was
100%.
Big one.
That's a good point.
Yep.
That is a good point. I wasn't even going to think of that. But yeah, no, that is. But like you saw some of those plays, like on that last drive, a couple plays before he throws the interception. It's first and 10, and he just like he's looking downfield and then checks it down to the running back. But instead of just throwing it to the running back, he like shock puts it. It was like the dumbest
Yeah.
looking thing I've ever seen. And I'm like, man, like what's going on here? Like I, I'm sure he was just like so caught up in
Yeah.
the moment. He's like, this is going to be easier than me throwing the ball. But you looked fucking dumb, and I think it went for -1 yard because you
Yeah.
threw it behind him. So like, you just
Mhm.
watch plays like that, and you're like, can make it happen versus can't make it happen. Jarrett Stidham would be can't make it happen. It also helps when Drake May has Christian Gonzalez on his team too.
Yeah, and will the defense is going to be the exciting part. We do have to, like, we have to touch on every aspect here. But yeah, Drake May moving forward. I'm excited to see him finally not play such a ferocious defense. Seahawks, they still have a damn good defense, and will in fact, I think the Patriots in in the Seahawks, they've each given up like 17.1 and 17.2 points this year. Like they are both like very good defenses, different ways to get there. But yeah, it'll be nice to see Drake May in this offense operate, not in a snowstorm, not in cold, windy weather. It'll just be nice to see that. But overall, I think I speak for all of us when we're all still two thumbs up for Drake May, ready to go. Hopefully he wins the MVP because the MVP you all wanted just got bounced as the fifth seed before getting to the Super Bowl. So again, I'm not talking about other teams, but it is weird how people continue to talk about other teams and not the Super Bowl representative from the AFC. But again, I digress. We're not talking about other teams. On the offense, Ramondre Stevenson, we don't have to really go on it. Just man, I the biggest sign for me where I know that Stevenson has turned a corner is I no longer get worried when he runs the ball. No matter what
Yes.
kind of weather, I when it comes to fumbling, like whether he rips off over many yards, that's what it is. But I'm no longer like, oh fuck, hold on to it. I'm like, oh yeah, like this is our bruiser pounder back. So, Liam, before I just get your quick thoughts, Al, it is time. I think we need to get your formal apology to Ramondre Stevenson.
No, I
Uh,
did that last week.
yeah, I know, but this is the pre-Super Bowl episode, so I want you a little bit more formal. I don't think you gave him enough. And then honestly, just kind of overall thoughts on the offense. I just wanted to shout out Stevenson because it's so nice to have a running back where you can rattle off 9 minutes of clock and just kind of not worry about anything. So, how'd you guys feel about Stevenson? And then just kind of anything else on the offense before we leave?
I had a play that it was 14 minutes left in the game. Ramondre runs it for 7 yards for a first down. And I remember watching this play, and as he's getting tackled after crossing the first down, one of the Broncos linebackers just tearing at the ball to get it out of him.
Mhm.
And he got up. There wasn't a fumble in sight. There wasn't a question in sight. And I went, my sweet king is back.
He's
Ramondre
back.
is back. Like I never doubted him. I wasn't worried the last couple weeks, but it takes being in the face of death to really appreciate life and seeing somebody just tearing at the ball with everything that they got when you only have a 3 point lead in the last quarter going to a Super Bowl. And this guy will kill Ramondre for the ball, and it doesn't even wiggle in his hands. I was like,
Hmm.
I've never felt more alive.
Yeah, it was great. And now you don't have to apologize to him, but just are you full on back with Stevenson? Like, are you still worried about the fumbling issues, or are you full on back on the
I'm gonna
Stevenson?
say yes because the minute that I stop worrying about it, he's gonna fumble. So I'm just doing it just out of good
I
faith at
like
this
it.
point.
Superstitious. I like it then. Cool. Keep worrying. Al, please worry us to a Super Bowl win then. I like it. I
Yep,
full
that's
on.
it.
I am behind that. So, but yeah, other than the offense, I mean, other than Stevenson, I think Diggs' stat line was what, like 4 for 17, which is a crazy stat line.
Five for
Um,
17.
5 for 17. Like, yeah, this dude was kind of like you said, Liam. Like, this game is so weird to talk about because for a little over a quarter and a half, you really can't talk about it like a normal football game.
No.
Like, like you can't like even Stidham with his like bad plays or whatever. It's just like you can't talk about it in any other way. But I guess what I do want to talk about is the flea flicker. How shocked were you that they pulled out, that McDaniels had the balls to pull out a flea flicker in the snow? Because at that point, it was snowing. Like it was rough
Yeah.
snow.
You
The
can
fact that
hardly
he
see it on
pulled,
the screen.
someone posted a video from the game, and like you could barely see what was going on. But yeah, man, they broke out the flea flicker. And this kind of goes to my Josh McDaniels thing. How'd you feel about McDaniels play calling? I know that people get a little iffy about it, maybe conservative. Dude, you do what you can to win. Like kind of
Yeah.
game flow. I didn't mind. How'd you feel about just like the offensive play calling, McDaniels and all that stuff?
I saw the first play from him that I really didn't like, and then that's really been the only criticism I've had all year. The flea flicker was bold. It was ballsy. It was 2nd and 5. And like even when it's happening, I'm like sitting there doing like the DiCaprio meme where I'm like, "Look at that," like pointing at the TV. I was like, "Ah."
Yep. Oh,
And
I
like
jumped out of
a
my seat.
hundred percent. And like, and the pass rush got there immediately. Like you just see Drake May's neck in a sea of Broncos, and the ball just goes over his head. I was like, and
Dude,
friggin' Mac,
Stevenson laid a great block after he tossed the ball back. He
yeah,
turned
because the guy
around
got
and
right through.
dude, and then May, like this is the thing you're talking about, where like he almost likes when pass rushers are around him because
Yeah,
May steps like within arm's length of the
dude.
guy.
And that's why, like, I see that defender, he just crashes into Stevenson, pushes Stevenson back a little bit, but they engage, and Drake May steps up. Like, the defender literally could just reach right over and grab Drake May, but he was so focused. Stevenson laid him with that good wood, and he was just like in the zone. And I was like, and that's what I mean, just to see a Broncos, and he throws the ball out of there. But I was like, inept play by the defense or the linebacker, but so be it. Like, we'll take
Yeah.
it.
Like I don't know like how he stays so calm in the pocket, and I guess like it has kind of been to his detriment at times because he has
Yeah.
obviously been strip sack a few times, but
Yes.
yeah, man, I wouldn't change the way he plays because without that, like you're not getting that big booty pass last week in the rain, like
Yeah.
you're not getting some of these plays, so
Yeah. Or half the splash runs that he had, that 30-yard run that he had was because he just doesn't care what's in front of him.
dude, and he just goes and he's running every single time Drake May runs. I jump up and I'm like, go, go. Then I'm like, oh, go, go. Like
Yeah.
there's so much room, and he's getting better at getting down, getting out of bounds.
Yeah. That's really not a worry for me anymore. Like he hardly ever
No,
gets tackled.
no, no, not at all. And I again, it can't be understated the fact that this team did not turn the ball over as a whole.
Yeah.
Just a great day in that aspect. It did seem like there were some drops though. Like it seemed like Diggs had a drop, Hunter Henry had a drop, which is
Hunter
the
Henry had
Hunter
a
Henry
bad
drop
drop.
killed the drive.
Yeah.
But
And
so
that
like
was
I
very
don't.
uncharacteristic for him, where you're like, "Ooh."
It is, but it's one of those things where he might have two drops a year, and every time it happens, or three, someone's like, "Oh, this is Hunter Henry's thing." I'm like, come on, what do
No,
you?
it's not.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Offense though, did you have anything else? And I know Al, if you're watching,
Yeah.
Al stepped away. He'll be back. But on
Yeah.
offense, do you have anything else you want to touch
I
on?
want to talk about the play call that I absolutely fucking hated. They
I was going to ask you what it was because you said there was just one, right? One play call you
yeah,
didn't like.
it was god fucking awful. The
Before you get into that, if you're looking for it right now, the one play that I wish happened, the direct snap to Stevenson,
dude, oh, it would have been so
second favorite
cool.
play, man. I can just think
Yeah.
of like Kevin Falk, James White running that.
Yeah.
If he got it, I don't know. I think he might have been able to get in, but he tried to one hand it, bobbled it. I was like, oh, come on. That is
Yeah.
prime Josh McDaniels.
It
But
it was. That's like if maybe 10 years time Josh McDaniels isn't on the Patriots anymore. He's coaching some random college team and I'll be watching on a Saturday. If I see that play, it's again like the DiCaprio meme. I'm like, "Oh my God, Josh McDaniels is coaching this team." It's literally I love
dude,
when a play
I
caller
love it.
puts their own stamp of this is my playbook into it and that play just screams
That's his
Josh.
play. It's that and the flea flicker this year. Those are the
Yeah.
plays, and I think we'll see, and we'll talk about it next week. I think we're gonna see some other
Oh,
wrinkles.
we're gonna see some fuckery in the Super Bowl, and
I
that's what
and yep, it's gonna
like
be
the
big
Patriots being
guys
in the
getting
Super
involved.
Bowl. Yeah, the Patriots in the Super Bowl is really cool. Drake May in the Super Bowl is really cool. Most of all, I'm excited to see the fuckery that Josh McDaniels brings to the Super Bowl because he does it every single year.
Yep.
Every single time the Patriots are in the Super Bowl and Josh McDaniels behind the helm, you're gonna see some dumbass plays, some
Hmm.
creative shit. The Danny Amendola screen for the 2-point conversion that was in the Falcons game,
Oh,
or they did the James White, turnaround
yep.
play that one, like, and yeah, there's always some buffoonery going on, and I love
Mhm.
every bit of it.
I come
Uh,
back into Josh McDaniels talk. That is fantastic.
so you are
Yeah,
coming back in. I just kind of asked Liam how he felt about McDaniel's play calling as a whole. We were both kind of fine with it, but he had, I guess, and this is it's good you came back now. We're gonna find out Liam's number one play that he did not like that McDaniel's called.
the only
So,
play he's ever called all season that I absolutely fucking hate. All
all
the
right,
other ones I actually like.
what was
It
that? Lay
was
it on
the
us.
tush push.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
was dumb as
yeah.
fuck. Most of all, like not. calling it in that situation, that's obviously the only time you'd use the tush push. It was
Hmm.
the execution of it. It was the stupidest shit I've ever seen. They line up two defensive tackles, and instead of having
Milton
them,
Williams was out there.
yeah,
Yep.
it was sick. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun. They're both just gonna push Drake May over. Instead, they both go to block. And I'm like, why are you blocking? You're
Yep.
behind the quarterback.
Right.
Get push the quarterback. That's the entire point. That's
Hmm.
what the Eagles do. You push your quarterback using momentum.
Huh. Kind of like a tush push. That's crazy,
Almost
huh?
like, almost
Crazy,
like,
huh?
Yeah,
yeah, and it's
I
in
wasn't
the
a fan of
fucking
that.
name. Because I don't think he actually got it, and I think we got a generous call there, and I'll fucking take it. But like,
Yep.
it's impossible to tell. He was at the bottom of the pile, but it
Hmm.
looked a little sketchy from the up high
He
angle.
stumbled too, May did, when he was trying to
Yeah,
go over, or like he
well,
got on someone's back too soon. It was rough.
yeah, well, he hits the middle, and then by that point, both defensive linemen had started blocking. So he rolls over, and then he's trying to get through Milton Williams. I'm like, this whole play is stupid. Milton
It was
Williams should be
bad.
behind Drake May, just leaning into him and pushing him forward.
Just
I thought the
shovel.
execution, yeah, it was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. Other than
Mhm.
that, I thought everything this whole entire season has been perfect. But
Yeah.
that was just the stupidestly executed play I've ever seen.
Al, just kind of overall thoughts, because we didn't have anything else on the offense, so just kind of overall thoughts on like the play calling. Did you have like, did it anything jump out to you? Did you have any really comments on it, or?
And we were also talking about how excited we are to see Josh McDaniels in the Super Bowl because he's going to bust out some fuckery like he
Yep.
always
Yeah, yeah. I caught on to that last part. The one play that I was kind of like about, and obviously it would be a little better if it worked, and I'll admit that. Like I'm playing Monday morning quarterback here, but like the direct snap to Ramondre, not the play call itself, but
Hmm.
in the conditions it was in. So if it was like it wasn't raining or snowing or anything like that, I think that's a great call. But
Hmm.
also the snap was a little high. Ramondre almost
Yep.
fumbled it. Like it was
Yep.
doomed from the start. Like I like the idea behind it, but the execution was definitely lackluster. So not the best call in that situation, but
Hmm.
maybe we see that call in the Super Bowl and it actually works. So
We brought that up while you were gone. That's actually something while Liam was pulling up the play that he the tush push. I was like, I like that play because it is one of those McDaniel staples. But I just get upset when it doesn't work, and that's so it was kind of like the same type of thing where it's like, fuck, like I think maybe he would have got in. It looked like he would have been able to get in before the backer kind of filled the hole, but it was annoying. But it is nice to see an offensive coordinator that has kind of like like a stamp or like a set of plays where like yeah these are his plays that he calls, like the flea flicker, the reverse pass, that direct snap, like these are things that he does. So but yeah, I think we're all excited to see what this offense does, what Josh McDaniels can do. In the Super Bowl, you have an extra week to prepare for a pretty good defense, which again, we will talk about next week. We will not be talking about it too much this week in depth because there's a whole nother week to talk about it. But yeah, offense overall struggled big time. But hey, when it mattered, before we leave the offense, we do have to actually bring it up. Drake May decided to call an audible and tell nobody on his offense. On the final offensive play before the kneel downs, there was the handoff to the right side. What was it? 3rd and 6, Al? Is that what you
third
said
and
it was?
six.
I
Yep.
believe.
Mhm.
3rd and 6, which I think we were all fine with running the ball, run the clock, bring it down, make sure they use the Broncos burn their timeout. But the fact that he, in his head, said, you know what, I'm going to pull this back, run a naked boot, and have to outrun a lineman, or defensive player, which Liam, like we said before, he's been doing this all season. So it's funny that he tried to do it earlier in the game, couldn't outrun the guy, but he did it here. And yeah, May scampered out there for like an 8-yard run, went out of bounds, but sealed the game. Just a good play by May. But yeah, anything else on the offense that you guys want to talk about before we get to the fun part?
No, just quick side note. It was nice to have Matt Collins back.
Dude,
It was.
he's dancing in the huddle.
Does anyone understand the Warriors thing?
Yeah, yeah.
It was it was a movie. It was
Have
from a
you seen
movie,
the
right?
movie The Warriors?
No.
Okay, well, it's like gangs in New York, but like not. Just like a bunch of like street gangs or whatever. And at one point, one of the rival gangs of the Warriors pulls up 3 bottles on his hand and goes, "Warriors, come out to play," and does it just like that. So that's kind of what it
Okay.
was. No idea why. He's so weird where he may have just watched the Warriors the night before, was like, you know what, this shit sounds good. But yeah, that's really what it was. So nice to have him back though. Yeah, I think I'm excited to see him in the Super Bowl as well. That'll be nice. So and then obviously Stephon Diggs, I'm happy to see him in the Super Bowl. Dude is ready to go. He's crying after the game. Like lot of man tears, but you know what, we'll allow it for this season. So I think we got to talk about the defense. Defense, tremendous game. 2 sacks, 6 quarterback hits, 19 hurries, a forced fumble, which should have been a scoop and score, an interception, 3 pass breakups. Carlton Davis and Christian Gonzalez right now. Do you know where they rank in passer rating for corners? I'll tell you, number one and number two. They're
There are only
doing
two
well.
teams left.
No, for all the teams in the playoffs. Well, of course, like now,
So
there's only
two.
2 teams left. But
Yeah.
for every corner that's been in the playoffs this year, they're number one, number two. Milton Williams, 8 pressures, like he was all over the
Oh my
place.
God, he's a monster.
Yeah, he worth every penny. We say it every episode. And then Gonzo with the pick. So I'll throw it to you guys. This was a defensive win. I love that this team is showing they can win in so many different ways now, which really bodes well for the Super Bowl because they'll kind of take the punches and go down there. But yeah, how do you guys feel? What do you want to jump off with the defense? Big defensive win, obviously.
I think the natural starting point is the 4th and 1 for the Broncos in the first quarter to go up 2 scores. Let's talk about that because there's a lot that we can take just out of that one play.
First of all, these coaches, the going for it on 4th down was fun when it started because it made things a little bit more like, oh shit, here we go. Like, what happened? Blah, blah. I think I blame Dan Campbell for this whole thing. And I like the Lions, but I think I blame him. I don't even know why the Lions have a punter at this point. And I think that so much now, and I think you have these players that talk about it after where they're like, "Oh, you don't get it. It's like it's momentum and this and that." As a player, yes, you are supposed to be saying that. As a coach in the AFC Championship game, in a bad weather game, to go up two
It wasn't
scores
bad
at
weather yet.
home. Not yet, but you knew like in the forecast was snow. We didn't know it was going to be like that. But still, to go up 10 points against a team where you've been shutting down, why not do it? That's the thing. Why are we going for the jugular and blah blah blah? I kind of want to get your guys' opinions. I hated it. And it happened in the NFC Championship game too. McVay decided not to kick a field goal instead of being down 1. He was down 4 at the end of the game, and now instead of getting into field goal range, he had to score a touchdown to win. And obviously, the Rams didn't win. MVP Matthew Stafford, soon to be maybe not even in the Super Bowl. Kind of crazy. But how did you guys feel about Peyton's decision? Kind of like in a vacuum, because as a Patriots fan, you're happy he went for it and didn't get it. But just like, how do you feel like if you were him, just kind of looking at it 10,000 miles up? What are your thoughts on his decision to go for it?
I mean, in a way, it makes sense because it's 4th and 1. You should get it with the way that you're moving the ball. But also, too, there's a bunch of factors that I don't think Sean Payton really took into consideration. Like you're supposed to have one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the NFL. And you're going up against a Patriots team, at home that they're going to have trouble moving the ball for the most part. So you kick the field goal, and that's probably what, at most a 40-yard field goal, which for Will Lutz, he's probably going to make that more often than not. Let's call it like it is.
It was shorter than a point after, Al.
Right,
The
exactly.
field
Okay,
goal.
so there you
Crazy.
go. So there you go. So why would you not kick the field goal, go up 10-0 in a game where points are going to matter? Like
Mhm.
you saw it and just to quickly go off track real quick, the Borregales kick, like I brought up earlier, that was the winning kick, as it turned
Mhm.
out. So
In the
why would
third quarter.
I know, right? In
Right?
At
like
the
early
beginning
third
of the third
quarter.
quarter.
Scoring was at a premium in this game.
So why would you not do that? Because then that changes everything. Then the Patriots got to be more aggressive. They got to come out and throw the ball more,
Mhm.
and that's what the Broncos wanted. They wanted Drake May to keep throwing Pat Surtain's way, and Pat Surtain, I give him credit. He lived up to the
Great game.
hype and
He's
as
every bit as
advertised.
good as advertised.
He
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
like him and Gonzo, 1 and 2 for corners in my eyes. But anyways,
Certainly not Stingley after he got smoked last
I
week.
know, I
Get
know,
him out of here.
get
Get
it
him
out of
out.
here is right.
Throw him out of
But
the club.
going back to it, but then the Patriots stop them. It's like, okay, now if the Patriots get one fluke play, they're right back in this. And sure enough, and not that it was a fluke play, because it was a great play by the defense, but you get the strip sack, and then you get the ball at the Broncos 12-yard line, and then you just punch that thing in. Now it's a tie game. Now the
Mhm.
momentum shifted. That was probably the moment where I was like, okay, they should win this game now because Sean Payton, and I said that's going to come back to bite them somehow, some way, and it did. So, like, because I guarantee you, all the Denver talk shows and radio shows and everything are probably crucifying Sean Payton for that decision. So, I don't know why they did it. And you know what? Credit to the defense. They got to Stidham. They made him roll out, made him make a bad throw that was
Mhm.
short of the first down anyway, and it was either going to be picked or it was
They
turned
got
over
to
on
him
downs.
immediately on that. Immediate
Right.
pressure.
So,
Like,
They didn't block Milton Williams. The entire line blocked down and left Milton
him or
Williams, of
Barmore
all
somehow.
people.
They like
Yeah,
just
of
barely
all
blocked
people.
the two best pass rushers on the
Yeah,
interior in the league. Crazy.
100%. But even
right.
taking Barmore out of it, like you're leaving the highest paid free agent in
Come on.
history
Yeah.
unblocked. It was lunacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. So I don't know. Obviously, that's a decision that Sean Payton would take back probably
Yeah.
It's
real
just,
quick. So,
I
like,
guess so.
but credit to the Patriots defense. They were ready for it.
Yeah.
And you're surprised that, like, they didn't try to get the Patriots to jump off sides. Because then it's like, okay, worst case, they run
Nothing.
it down, they take the
That's what I
5 yard
thought.
penalty, and right. And then they
Mhm.
kick the field goal anyways. But it's like, all right, you're gonna do it. It's like, wow. Then they snap the ball. It's like, okay, they're doing this. Like, let's, get a stop. And they did. But
I was shocked
man,
the whole time. I was like,
So
what are they doing?
I'm not like I don't exactly blame them for going for it. I think it's dumb. I don't know if I would have done it in that circumstance.
Mhm.
But like I understand even you guys' argument points are at a premium, which they obviously didn't know because like the score was 7-0 and this early in the game that
Mhm.
points would be at such a premium.
right.
But even if he did, that still means he's like, I'm getting an extra touchdown here. If points are going to be at a premium, I need those extra 4 points. It would have got him the win. The Patriots I don't know if they score another touchdown. They weren't getting field goals. Like if they got it, they probably win the game.
We'll
My
never know.
gripe, yeah, we'll never
We'll never
know.
know.
I guess we'll never know. But like my gripe is like, dude, let's not get cute with this. You don't need a bootleg out to the right, fake it to the running back and throw it to the running back.
Yeah.
If I'm a coach and I'm going for it on fourth down, I'm running up the middle. I'm running up the middle almost every single time. I will fucking advertise that I'm running up the middle. I will put two fullbacks in the backfield and take out all my receivers. You will know I'm running up the middle.
Mhm.
And I think that gives you the best chance of getting a 4th and 1. Like they were running the ball fine too. Like I think Harvey only had 37 yards, but the backup did all right too.
Dude, hand
What
it
is it?
off to the fullback. Do what everybody
Yeah.
does
A
in that
hundred
play.
percent. And it's just
Don't
like
do what you
I'm
did.
like, congrats, you played yourself. Like you beat yourself, and
Yeah.
it's really it's incredible for the Patriots. But yeah,
Yeah. Oh, everything was wrong with that. From like you said, the play call. I didn't even think about that until afterwards. But you're so right, dude. Like the play call was bad. Al, you said like why not get up there and try to like draw them off sides? The Patriots tried to mess with the Broncos because they did the thing where the whole line shifts in and then shifts
yeah,
back out. So I don't know if maybe like I don't know what was going on there, but like again, I think that kind of comes down to coaching too. Vrabel, I think it was the one episode you weren't on, Liam, where we were going through the rest of the playoff coaches. I think Sean Payton was the one guy where we could see giving the edge in the AFC over Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel outcoached Sean Payton in this game. Like in hindsight, looking at a lot of the decisions that were made, but dude, in the playoffs just take points. I get if it's like week 7, maybe you're going up against like an inferior team and you want to try to go for it, whatever. But I don't know. I also get your point, Liam, where it's like if points are at a premium, how many more times are we going to be down here? So like
yeah,
it's a double-edged sword, but I think like you have to what makes me think that you got to kick it either way, just make sure you come away with points. Of course, a field goal isn't 100%, but I think the odds of you kicking a field goal that's shorter than a point after are better than you doing whatever the fuck you tried to do on that fourth down. So, and not only that, the ball was almost picked. It didn't even just like not go well. It almost like, I mean, granted, it wouldn't have mattered because it was fourth
did you
down,
guys
but
think he picked it? Because I checked Stidham's stat line at halftime and was like, he doesn't have an interception.
I did too, and that kind of goes on the commentators. Like they didn't like fully do it. Like, oh, I don't know if it's
They
picked,
said
whatever.
they said it was picked because they were like,
Yeah,
well, this
but
is the difference, They were like, they got themselves an extra yard with that pick or whatever Tony
they kind
Romo
of just
said.
said, hey, it doesn't matter because it's a difference of a yard,
Yeah,
so we
Yeah.
don't need to know. But I don't know, whatever. And that by the way, Charles Woodson, that's who that was. Tremendous game, Charles
Charles
Woodson.
Woodson.
Dude, he's in the yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna call him now. He's back there, he's kicking ass. Like he's making tackles in the backfield, he's doing all this stuff. So, good for a
Good,
fourth round pick, if I remember correctly, right?
good old
Yeah,
Craig Woodson.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 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 no.
yeah,
He is
very good.
Charles from now on out until he messes up, which he might.
And then
But yeah,
what? He
just to
becomes Rod Woodson. Rod Woodson was really
no,
good
Rod
too.
Woodson was good too. I don't know. No, there's no. I think maybe he just goes
Oh,
bad.
who was the shitty?
Reverts.
Who was the he actually wasn't shitty, but Darren Woodson,
Yeah,
the
that's what I was thinking.
Cowboys
Okay, yeah,
safety.
Darren Woodson maybe.
Yeah,
But yeah, they
that guy.
that was a crazy play, and that was a big momentum shift there. Even though the Patriots only went 6 plays for 24 yards and didn't take advantage of it, it was kind of like a momentum thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, horrible thing there. But and we kind of touched on it with Milton Williams, but going into this game, the Broncos have pound for pound, arguably the best offensive line in football. The Patriots didn't play like that. They
No,
played like the Broncos had an average offensive line. Like
they looked
props to them.
remarkably average to me.
Dude, props. And I think like this is where you start to look at the advanced stats. And like, I obviously don't dive into all like the all 22, but like I kind of see what other people are saying. I dive into it. I'll look more into it as well. And like, I think Bo Nix made this offensive line look a lot better because he led the league far and away at pass attempts and pass attempts on the run. So I think him rolling out a lot made it a lot easier for this offensive line, who, by the way, two Pro Bowlers, two All Pros as well. One of the guys, I think it's the left tackle, is an All Pro and a Pro Bowler, but still, very good offensive lineman. They had their
I
starting
think
center back as well.
I think the right guard was an All Pro too, if I'm not
The right
mistaken.
guard, yeah, it's what the right guard, the left tackle are All Pros, and then the two
Yep.
tackles are Pro Bowlers.
McGlinchey, yeah,
McGlinchey's
Yeah.
McGlinchey.
decent.
Yeah, I mean, Al, you wanted McGlinchey in the offseason. I remember that.
I did. I
You were talking
did.
about getting him. So obviously it would have worked because he is really good.
I'm glad we didn't.
He didn't that line looked remarkably average, and
Yeah,
I don't think we can overstate the impact on the field and off the field that Milton Williams has had on this team. This is going to be the
yeah.
Milton Williams segment. Obviously Barmore had a good thing. Chason was good. You
Dude,
had Christian
Barmore sack,
Ellis.
before we move on from that, Barmore sack was batshit. And I love that everyone gets the moment throughout the course of the regular season, the playoffs. And this was Barmore's moment, unless he has a bigger one in the Super Bowl. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, dude. He had and then you got Leonard Floyd from Leonard Taylor, not Leonard
Yeah,
Floyd.
Lance
Leonard
Taylor.
Taylor from the Jets blocking
Yeah.
a kick.
Yeah, that was
Like
wild.
that, just a crazy play. And I think that you heard it. Milton Williams straight up said it. They've heard everybody talking shit about this defense. And I feel like if you're gonna piss off someone in the league, Milton Williams has to be at the top of the list of people not to piss off or like underestimate. Because I think he's going to make it. Al, I texted you and I was like, it makes no sense. But to me, I don't see how Milton Williams, I think I said Stephon Diggs as well, are going to let this team lose. Like it just seems like they have too much in it, you know?
Quick
Mhm.
aside. Anyone know where Leonard Taylor went to school?
I
Um, hmm, where?
The
Yeah,
U.
I know, I know. Whenever you bring that up, I figured he went there. I do. What was he? A Seminole? Probably not. Um,
Fucking up. Ugh.
yeah, but I mean, he had a great game, man. Like all these people, you got Durden in there who's doing well, like Tyler
Yeah.
Durden. I know that's not his name, but Tyler Durden is what he's
Tyler
called now, Fight Club.
Durden.
Like just a great game from that defensive front. Yeah, did you guys expect this front four? I guess you can say front seven too. This pass rush to kind of and rush defense as well. Just the defense as a whole in the front to turn into this because I didn't think so. I thought they'd be good, but not this.
I don't know. I think Al was definitely bullish on them, and I was
Mhm.
fairly close. I think I lean more on the Christian Barmore side because I didn't think Milt Williams would be this good. But if I remember correctly, I think Al thought this defensive line was going to be really good, no?
He did.
Yeah,
He did.
no, I definitely did.
That's the one thing he
Um,
got right.
yeah, I'll take it. Hey, listen, the sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while, so
There it
That's
we'll
is.
take
true.
that.
There it
So,
is.
but yes, no, I was very, very adamant about this defense because you added Milton Williams, you had Christian Barmore, and we were talking about, remember, we were talking about Keon White potentially being a big part of this defense too. So let's
Yeah. But
not,
Harold Landry was the first signing that we got, and you were jazzed up about that.
yeah,
Not
because they
me.
actually had
He
a
didn't even play.
linebacker that actually, could rush the quarterback because last season the Patriots struggled even more. Like they didn't struggle this year. They weren't great at rushing the quarterback. They're probably like middle of the pack, I'd say,
They were.
at
Yeah, yeah.
rushing
I
the
think they were like
quarterback,
14th. Yeah.
something like that. But last year, forget about it. They were granted everything was awful last year except for Drake May at times, but like the pass rush was basically non-existent last year. So
Mhm.
you added all those pieces into place, and it's like, okay, now we got a defense here. And then again in the secondary, you added Carlton Davis as your number two corner behind
Mhm.
Gonzo. So again, you had everything coming together. So it's nice to see the defense as a whole coming together when you need it the most. Offense wins games, defense wins championships, right? The offense carried you the regular season, defense is carrying you in the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Dude, in that, like everybody you named, Spillane's in there too.
Yep.
Love Robert Spillane. He went out. Hopefully he comes back. It's an ankle injury, but you
Jason,
got two
obviously.
weeks.
Caleb on
Jason's
Jason.
in there. Christian Ellis, Jack Gibbons, just like all these unsung type guys as well. Tavai too. A lot of us were out on Tavai last year because of his comments and whatever, being a little bitchy with the fans, but he's played well. Shit, even Marte Mapu has come up here and there and played well.
Yeah.
Like this defense has been pretty good. And I think, especially going into the Super Bowl, the rush defense, which has been tremendous, is going to have another test. And I think they're going to live up to it, which we'll talk about next week. But yeah, it's very nice to see this defense rounding into form and kind of rounding into health as well. I know we just mentioned Spillane, but everybody else for the most part, Landry, but he's been out a little bit too. But just this team as a whole is kind of coming together at the right time. But yeah, I am all in on this defensive front. I love it, but we have to talk about Christian Gonzalez as well. I think Liam brought him up earlier, saying that, it's nice when you got Gonzo back there too. Finally decides to make a pick and decides to do it at like the most important time. Even if you didn't think the Broncos were going to go down and score, doesn't matter. Just the fact that he pulled a Stephon Gilmore-esque pick.
Right.
That's immediately what I thought. And if you're a Patriots fan,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about. In the Super Bowl, underthrown ball, same side of the field or same, sideline, just going back there, jumping up, catching it, pretty much sealing the game. Gonzo had a good game, except for that one blown coverage, but that, like I said, a little bit of a communication thing. He made up for it
It,
with the pick. He had a
it
sack.
also it gave me shades of Stephon Gilmore play that wasn't the pick in the Super Bowl, but it was to go to the Super Bowl as the deflection against the
Yeah.
Jaguars,
Oh,
where you're like,
incredible.
where you knew it was truly, it felt like the exact same situation to me. Like, if I could paint you a word picture here, it's the end of the game. You know, this is probably the last drive, the last shot that the other team's going to get to score points. They're within, like, they can take the lead or tie the game with this drive. Most likely they'll be going for the win against the Jaguars. In this circumstance, they were going for the tie, most likely. But you knew that the other team's offense wasn't going to be able to do it. The Patriots offense punted on purpose on three straight drives. And after the Patriots got the lead in that Jaguars game, they were like, let's make Blake Bortles beat us. In this
Yep.
circumstance, let's make Jared Stidham beat us not once, not twice, but three times, where they're just like, yeah, we know you're not going to get past the 50. So Drake May's
Mhm.
just going to fall down in the snow. We'll give you the ball back. Oh, you can give it back to us, and then we'll give it back to you. Like so that's exactly what it was like, where I was like, holy shit. They're just like, and that's the most disrespectful thing. If you're the offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, or even Jarrett Stidham on the other side, you're like, they're giving me the ball back and they know I can't do it. So then all the pressure's on you to go in there and prove them wrong. Blake Bortles couldn't do it, and Jarrett Stidham couldn't do it.
Dude, Behringer shanked a punt. He was punting from like the 5 yard line. The ball went out
Yeah.
at like their 32, and the Broncos still didn't score.
dude,
Like
right?
I know that was the kick and everything, but it's like
Yeah.
I think that's how, like you said, like it was one of those things where okay, hey, we're up. We can now see where the weather is going, and we see what's happening. We're just gonna try to run clock. That's it. There's
Yeah.
no reason to do any crazy stuff except for the flea flicker for some reason. Like that came out of nowhere,
Surprising.
but yeah, that was a nice game plan. But yeah, Gonzo, good for him. He's like Milton Williams said in the his post game press conference, he's earning himself a lot of money right now, which I think will be with the Patriots this offseason. But yeah, Gonzo had a great game. Marcus Jones, another good game as well. He had a pass breakup, I believe. He's doing his thing back there. Just overall, man, I love this defense. But yeah, what other defensive thoughts do you guys have? If any, I mean, if you don't have any about the defense, we'll talk about Jonas Gray if you want.
I mean,
Yeah.
listen, the defense has given up what, 26 total points in this playoffs in 3 games?
The fewest
Average,
touchdowns by any of the playoff teams this year. Any
yeah,
of them, Liam, not just the two that are left.
average of 8 to 9 points a game. I mean, that's guys, and this is not to be funny. This is like 2000s Ravens, the 2000 Ravens type stuff.
Hmm.
Like that's how good this defense is playing right now. It's
Yep.
Yes.
insane. Like
Yep.
Yeah.
again, keep
And
riding the defensive wave.
and that's what pissed me off. Like I didn't know Colin Coward said that. I don't watch Colin Coward, but for anyone to be like,
Good.
now let's tune into the JV team. It's like, yeah, like you probably don't think it's a super appealing game because the defense is locking ass down. And it's like,
Hmm.
yeah, no one's like, yeah, let's switch over to the 7-0 game or the 10-7 game
Yeah.
when the Rams are slinging it all over the
Yep.
yard. You're not like, oh, I'd love to see sound tackling on third down. No one's
Yeah.
fired up about that, but
Show
like,
me this
yeah,
slop fest in a blizzard,
a
like
hundred
where they have to
percent. But
superimpose the lines on the field. That's what I want to see.
yeah, dude, that was so bad. Like
Like,
most of the time, I couldn't tell what yard line they were at. But yeah,
no,
no,
nope.
like it's the defense is playing unbelievable, and for a while, like after Justin Herbert, I was like, okay, bad offensive line, and
Mhm.
then with C.J. Stroud, I was like, man, he just had an off night. The weather was a little rickety, went off his receiver's hands a couple of times, and in this one, it's like I want to be like, oh, it's just the snow, but we stripped him for a touchdown before the snow, and
Yep.
like. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like this defense looks really, really fucking good.
There comes a point where it's like, yeah, sure, like the offense makes mistakes, but like for instance, the Stroud thing, like you were talking about, like Stroud's pick six, that whole play starts because Milton Williams pushes the offensive lineman into the tight end. The tight end falls. Chason sees that immediately, charges Stroud before he has a chance to do anything. So it's like
Yeah.
it's not a coincidence that these offenses are just like I thought Sean Payton, greatest offensive mind ever. Jared Stidham, Hall of Famer as a backup. Like I thought these things were real. Like there's a reason these offenses aren't playing that well, and it is because of Zach Core and this defense. So like they do deserve credit. Granted, like I know Stidham isn't Bo Nix, but I don't think the outcome would have been different with Bo Nix, if we're being honest. And we'll never know. You can't play the what if game because you have no idea how the Patriots would have called the game. If you think that Bo Nix being in the game would have won the Broncos the game, that means you think the Patriots were going to call the exact same plays the entire game, which wasn't going to happen. So yeah, I'm not doing the what if game. You play who's in front of you, and the Patriots have beaten the majority of the people who have been in front of them this year. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. For Borregales, did you guys have any worries about him missing kicks? I
No,
don't at all.
no.
It looked horrible out there. Which like ironically, like
Horrid.
Adam Vinatieri was like wasn't he like the guest or something like that,
The
honorary
honorary
captain?
captain. Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was like, when he lined up for that first one, I was like, this is the Adam Vin. Oh no, it was a later one because it was horribly snowing outside, and I was like, this is Vinatieri moment. Fucking shanked it. I was
It
like,
just
ah,
went
I mean,
right.
shit.
Yeah.
and also Santa Clara, San Francisco, wherever the hell they're playing the Super Bowl, it's going to be mid
Yeah.
70s, nice. Like he's not going to have any trouble kicking
No.
in that
Yeah.
atmosphere.
Dude, we are going to
Yeah.
see prime. We're going to see like mid-season Patriots form, I think,
Yeah.
in that game.
Well,
So,
I don't know, dude. Both defenses are the best defense I've seen all year. Dude, this could be another 10-7 game where I'm
No,
like, hey,
it
we'll
could be.
fucking take it.
I think we're not going to see any sloppy or like uninspired offense by either of them, really.
No.
I think that we're going to see just like two good teams going against each other. Like that's why I like that the Super Bowls are in good weather places. Just
Yeah.
because like I love the slop fest games, you guys do as well. But like I don't know, for a Super Bowl, it's like I
Yeah. I want everything to be
kind of
perfect
want
for the
it.
Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it doesn't have to be a dome, but just give me like somewhere on the West Coast. Like that's it.
Did you guys see the other record Drake May broke in yesterday's game?
Which one, dude? What a crazy thing to say. No,
I know.
what's the other record that he broke? God, I love this
Drake
guy.
May passed Tom Brady for the most rushing yards by a Patriots quarterback.
That's fucking absurd.
I know.
That's
Well,
the dumbest thing ever.
Tom Brady had in 41 playoff games, he rushed for shit, what was the number? Like 210 yards in 41 games, and then Drake May did it in
Yeah.
three.
This
Actually,
guy.
speaking of Tom Brady, I got something on Tom Brady after if you guys want to save it for the end.
I wanted to end it on something related to Tom Brady. When I say it, you'll know it's literally I say something to you guys and you say something back to me, and then we cut the show to black.
Oh, I know what it's gonna be. Okay.
Okay, I think I know
I
what it's
know.
gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah,
too.
yeah. I think I know what that's gonna be too. I dig it though. Yeah. So I mean, other than this game, like I don't really. It's tough to really break anything else down. Even though I mean, shit, we've been talking forever, but we're going to the Super Bowl, so we're just gonna keep
Yeah.
waxing poetically about it. Liam, you said it though. This game, it's like a weird, incomplete type game
Yeah.
because of the weather. But I mean, it doesn't make excuses for the mistakes and missed opportunities and stuff, but just kind of listen, the ultimate survive, go, move on. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what
Most of
anybody
all,
says.
yeah, all the negatives that we harped on the show doesn't fucking matter
None of it
because it's
matters.
the Super Bowl. Like we made it. So
Nope.
blow
Nope.
me.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. Like shit, the two Giants teams that beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, like no one they never played a perfect game. And I'm not comparing
No.
that. I'm just saying like it does not matter. When you get to the
Except for that one
playoffs,
time
it's
they smoked the Falcons 41-2.
yeah,
That was
okay, well,
actually it wasn't a perfect game because the
it's
Falcons got a
close.
safety, but it
It was
was a near
close.
perfect game. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, so Drake May won with 86 yards. Yeah, he did. Like, it's a good team, guys. Like, this is a really good team. There's a reason he's in the MVP conversation. There's a reason Mike Vrabel is in the Coach of the Year conversation. Like, there's reasoning behind these things. You're letting a couple games kind of like throw that off. With this game in particular, do you guys have anything else you wanted to hit on with this?
Your boy Bryce Behringer didn't have the best of games.
I was hoping we get out of it. That's why, like, when I said he shanked a punt, I was hoping you guys would like not think about it. Yeah, he had a rough game.
Yeah.
Even goats have bad games. It is what it is. Yeah, I saw some people saying like, "Oh, we gotta have a conversation about Bryce Behringer." You shut the fuck up. First of all, no, we do not. He has been good pretty much all year. Like, yeah, he had that horrible punt. He skied some a little bit too much. He wasn't great, but it is what it is. It's easier to look at the mistakes in a win. So listen, man, just have a good game in 2 weeks when you punt. Hopefully you don't punt a lot, but have a better game next week and no one's going to talk about this. Same thing with Will Campbell. I will not take any Bryce Behringer slander on the Tuck Rule Takes airwaves. Other than yes, he shanked a punt, but it happens, guys.
It's the
It happens.
Borregales thing. I can't expect much from it.
Yeah, it happens. But yeah, anything else other than trying to throw a great man in Bryce Behringer under the bus?
Uh, no.
No, I'm just
Patriots are
happy
in the
they
Super
won.
Bowl.
Yeah, like there's really nothing else. There's nothing else to talk about. Now I don't know. We kind of filled the pod with this, so I don't think we really need to talk about much else. My only thing to you guys, I did have just two questions. One of them was about the weather. Big talking point coming out of this game. Everybody, oh, you play 17 game season, then the game's decided in this or whatever. I think I know the answer. Doesn't have to be a long one. Do you think that the NFL should do something about this, whether it's like mandating every stadium has a dome by like a certain year or something, or do you like the nature, the human element essentially of like, hey, sometimes it's a home field advantage. Like just like Denver with Mile High with the altitude. Like depending on where you go, like you go play football in Green Bay, it's going to be negative degrees. Like I like the snow games. I believe you guys do too, but you guys think that it ruins not the sanctity of the game or whatever, but do you think that it lessens any sort of quality of game, or are you guys just still fine with the snow no matter what?
I'm fine with the home field advantage. I don't love the snow because it makes for really sloppy football. But if it's an advantage for the Patriots, then keep it. Who
Sure.
cares?
Yeah.
Like, just keep it.
I love it. It's the only thing that differentiates football from any other sport. There is football weather games. If it rains during a motherfucking baseball game, they will make you sit in those stands for 4 hours until it stops raining, or they'll
Yep.
cancel the game and have you come back the next day to finish it out.
Mhm.
Football is the only sport where you get weather and you get a bunch of it sometimes, and it's
Yep.
awesome. And if they didn't do that, then we would have been robbed of incredible snow moments like LaShawn McCoy jumping over dudes and juking people out in the snow. Calvin Johnson catching a 50-yard touchdown pass.
Oh,
Deshaun
yep.
Jackson having a punt return in the snow. Like any
Hmm.
of the iconic snow moments, the Leon Lett game, like way back in the day.
The
Any of
Vinatieri
those,
kick. I
yeah,
mean,
the
shit.
Vinatieri
Yep.
kick. It's the only sport that does that. And it doesn't happen all the time. We haven't had serious snow like this up in New England in like 3 years. So like now that it's happening again, everyone's flipping out. It doesn't happen that often. So like
Yeah.
just keep it. If they make everyone like a dome stadium, then it's just a net equal playing field anywhere, and there's no home field advantage. There's nothing different about any of the teams that you're playing. Like the Miami Dolphins, they aren't good. The only advantage that they've ever had is that the away team's
The
bench
Heat.
is in the sun and the
Yep.
home team's is in the shade. And they just fucking cook you with their only advantage. You mentioned Green Bay. If you go up there late in the season, it sucks. There's nothing around Green Bay. It's a shithole and it's freezing. And all these players have to go play football there. It's if you put everyone in a dome, every atmosphere is the same. Everyone has
Hmm.
fans. You go to a Cardinals game, they blow, and they're like they're an irrelevant franchise. They have fans that'll yell at you and make the place loud. You cannot rely on the fans to give home field advantage. You have to use the elements. That's the fun of football.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're all on the same page there. Like, granted, it does make things sloppy, but it is what it
But I
is.
like
I mean,
sloppy.
shit. Yeah.
Sometimes I want an 8 turnover game. Like I'd be lying if I didn't love that Texans game. If I wasn't, invested in the Patriots, I would have loved it a lot more. But if I,
Yeah.
if that was the I don't know, the Bills Broncos game, I would have just laughed my ass off. I would have been like, "Oh my God, another one," which I did because, Josh Allen held up his end of the bargain. The Broncos didn't turn the ball over nearly as much. I would have been more entertained if the Broncos turned it over 4 times too. But I like it. If I have no stake in the game, show me some sloppy football. 4 picks in the first half. I'm in. I like interceptions. It's actually my favorite part of the game is when a defense quickly shifts to offense in the blink of an eye when one of their guys catches the
Yep.
ball. Completely unique to football and never happens.
Yep. I mean, and I think you see like there's not much. I mean, we're talking about a game where it did happen, but you don't see a lot of like losing your footing. It's really
Yeah,
just like it impacts the game, and you have to see how the teams adjust. And it's both teams. It's not just like it's an advantage for one. So both teams have to deal with it. And
yeah,
yeah, it's just fun to see which team does it. And it's just like optically, it's nice. Like
yeah, it is.
it's
And
good.
did you guys see that Kurt Warner interview where he was saying everyone should play in a dome? Is
Oh,
that
he
what
hates
brought
it.
this up?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
haven't, but no.
it
Yeah,
was like a
he hates
barstool
one.
thing. It was one of those dumbass barstool shows that he was on. He was being interviewed. He's like, "Oh, I think everyone should play in a dome, blah, blah, blah."
Yeah,
Oh, was it Wake Up
make
Barstool?
up
Is that
Barstool. I
Could
think.
be.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know. I don't
I think
watch.
that was yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so
He
it was
he doesn't
that.
like
And he
it.
rambles on about how, like, Dome gives each team the chance to play their best, and fans want to see both teams play their best. I'm like, really? You were 14-point favorites to the Patriots in 2001, and it was in a dome, and you fucking lost. So suck a
Mhm.
dick.
Yeah, I mean, of course he's going to say that. And guess what? Like the biggest game when it matters, they play in good weather. So like whatever,
Yeah,
man. Everything else, like it is what it is. Just get there. You got to be ready for it. And yeah, I think it kind of it helps weed out some of the teams that aren't ready for the moment, you know? So yeah, I like it. I dig it. Yeah, I had a couple other random things. I got nothing else. I don't really need to throw anything else in there. Patriots are playing the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. We did not mention that, but the Seahawks did beat the Rams, so you are getting a rematch of the 2014 Super Bowl, the 2014 season Super Bowl, which of course we all know how that one went. Malcolm Butler, arguably, I would say one of the best Super Bowls of all time. Great
Mhm.
back and forth game. Patriots being down going into the fourth, just electric plays. The big catch by what's his name down the sideline for the Seahawks. I don't even remember.
Jermaine Curse, is that who it
Jermaine
was?
Curse, is that who caught that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we're
Yeah.
like bobbled and they didn't hit it out. Like just everything about that. Great game, great everything. I think Malcolm Butler has to be your honorary captain for
I
this
was just
team.
about to ask that. Yep, has to
I,
be.
yeah,
Absolutely.
right. Like he has to. And I don't know if you guys have seen the Patriots are doing all the hype videos where they post like they got former players, celebrities being like, we all we need. I think Malcolm Butler has to be in that as well. Has to be.
Mhm.
But yeah, we will talk about that game next week. But I do just want to get you guys' thoughts real quick. Everybody is saying the Seahawks are going to blow out the Patriots. They're saying that this is going to be a cakewalk. We don't need to dive into it, but just kind of letting you guys, the listeners, the viewers, and you two aware of that. Just kind of what are your quick minute 30 thoughts on that? That everybody thinks the Patriots are going to get blown out in this game.
That those people haven't been paying close attention to this team.
Hmm.
Simple. The Seahawks have a good defense. And again, I know we're going to get more in depth with this. Just keep it real quick. Jackson Smith and Jigba's good. Kenneth Walker's good. Sam Darnold's had a really good year. I don't trust Sam Darnold. The
Nope.
Patriots' run defense is good. We have one of the best corners in the league in Christian Gonzalez. The Patriots can compete with this team. And I think they can win the game. I really do. It's one game. As cliche as it sounds, anything can happen. And the Patriots, I think, match up better with the Seahawks than they would have with the Rams.
You said that, didn't you? Didn't you say that last week, Al, when we were talking about who they could play? I believe
Yep.
you. I don't know if you said it on here or if it was in the group chat, but yeah, you did say that the Seahawks would probably be the better matchup. But yeah,
Mhm.
Liam, what's your thoughts? I mean, they might as well not even play the game, right?
I'm reserving all my thoughts for next week.
Good. I love it. I love it. Um, yeah, so it's going to be nice, guys. The Patriots are back in the Super Bowl. This is a crazy thing. I don't think, and we've said it really this whole playoff run. I don't think even your most optimistic Patriots fans would think this. Maybe an AFC Championship game, maybe divisional round, maybe you win a wild card. You win one game. Al, I think that's what you were saying. It's like, listen, win one game and then everything else is house money. I don't even think you can call it house money now. I think the Patriots have essentially bought the neighborhood and now they're just looking to buy the next neighborhood. So I don't even know if that metaphor makes sense, but house money, neighborhoods, I don't know. The Patriots are playing, they're here, so why not just win it all? But you guys had a Tom Brady thing. Al, what was your Tom Brady thing? And then Liam, we'll end with you.
Yeah, my quick Tom Brady thing is I saw it on Twitter. I think Tom Brady basically supposedly behind the scenes isn't happy about this success with the Patriots and might be jealous if Drake May wins a Super Bowl. It's like, dude, what do you expect? Like, I know you came here, you won 6 Super Bowls, we had some great times,
Hmm.
appreciative of everything you did here. You have a statue of yourself at Gillette Stadium for crying out loud. How about just be like, Julian Edelman and Rob Gronkowski and all the other former Patriots that are genuinely happy for this team and want to see the team do well and see the organization do well. That's why and I'm gonna go for another like 30 seconds, and Liam, I do want to hear yours, but that's why when I talk with like other people, like my other friends, family members, like anybody, and they're like, "Well, why do you hate Tom Brady?" I don't hate Tom Brady for what he did here. I hate the
Hmm.
person he's become because
Yep.
he's not about this organization. He wants to keep it so that way he's the only important member of the Patriots forever, and that's how he wants to keep it, and that's just not reality. Like there's
Hmm.
gonna be other players that come along and knock you off your spot.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. Him and his dog, him and his clone dog. Couple
Oh my
weirdos.
gosh.
Yeah, I gotta say, like I still don't like Tom Brady as a person. But now that he's out of the league, I I no longer have any animosity toward Tom Brady, the player. Like, I don't root for my ex-girlfriends. I don't root for my ex-quarterbacks. But once they retire, then they go back to being my ex-quarterback really my quarterback, I guess would be a better way to phrase it. So, like, now that he's gone, like, memory's kind. As the years go on, like, my hatred withers more and more as I see more nostalgic clips and stuff like that. Unfortunately, the person he is or has become, maybe he's always been this way, off the field has made me sullied to him to an extent.
Hmm.
Just because like I've given the spiel before. I think he tries way too hard to be inspirational. He's not a genuine person at all, and I don't believe. I don't know if he's petty. I don't know if I believe it. I don't know if there's any truth to those articles. There might be. There might not be. I just think he's a fucking strange dude off the field, which I guess you probably have to be as dedicated as he was. But like if Tom Brady invited me out to a bar tomorrow, I'd be like, no, I'll just take an autograph. Thank you. Like I'd be like, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems just like weird. And like you said, I think not genuine is the biggest part, or ingenuine, whatever it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Disingenuous.
Disingenuous.
There you go.
Thank you. See, educator, this is why we have you here.
No, Liam said it
He's a
Um,
too.
math teacher.
Liam said it
Oh,
too.
well, he didn't say it with his chest. Maybe he was letting you say it. Get two things right. There you go. Ready, willing, and able. Yeah, no, I agree with everything you said, except for like the overtime, your hatred is waned. I like now that he's out of the league, I don't even view him as like a person now. Like to me,
Yeah.
he's like the Tom Brady, the player is like its own thing. This person, you're not the same Tom Brady that I watched play. So like I
So
kind of view you completely differently.
and I would say that your feelings should be stronger than mine then because the opposite of love isn't hate. The opposite of love is indifference. I hated Tom Brady because I used to love him.
Yeah.
Now you're just indifferent to him where you're like, I don't even really think about you at all.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like it is what it is. Like he pops up and like I don't feel anything when he comes on.
Yeah.
It's not like oh, there he is. Like there's Tom Brady. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, there he is. There's that guy.
Yeah.
Like good for him,
There's
I'm
that
sure he's got
guy.
a statue.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like the statue, like that's cool. Like, good for you
Oh, it's
too.
the
But like
statue guy.
like now I'm like, yeah, right. It's like, hey, are you go
Are
like
you that
this? Is that you?
statue?
That's you. Make this face. Hold this
I
ball.
like this.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
incredible.
I'm out on him. Come to find out, I was hoping that he was doing the Super Bowl. I don't know why I thought that. It's not. It's Tirico and
I
Collinsworth who are
thought he
doing it.
was.
I thought he was too, but I guess it's not. I think it's going to be Tirico and Collinsworth. They're the
Oh, I
guys doing
hate
it.
Chris
So,
Collinsworth.
but I love Mike Tirico though.
Yeah,
He's got a good thing. And I
because he's the
guess
wrestling guy. Is that why you like him?
no, he's not. If he was, I don't
Uh,
even. You
who's
would
the
be so
wrestling guy?
proud of me.
Tessator?
Tessator. Yeah, you'd be proud of me, dude. I am so out on wrestling now. Like I don't even. They had an event over the weekend. I didn't even watch, dude. Didn't even
Wow,
watch. The Royal
it's
Rumbles next
crazy.
weekend. I'm probably not going to watch. Although
Sprouted a
I might,
penis at the ripe
but we'll
age of
see.
50.
Hell yeah. Also, rumor has it, the Patriots are going to be wearing their iced out all white jerseys like they just wore for the Super Bowl. So we'll
Yo.
see. I like that
Are
look.
they the away team?
They're the home team, so they get to pick whatever they want.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so I don't know what the limits are. Like I don't know if they could pick their rivalries, if they could pick their throwbacks. Like I don't know. I don't know what it is, or if they just have to pick kind of like between their normal set of like three. But yeah, I guess they're probably going to be doing that. So I don't know
That'd be
what the
sick.
Seahawks are going to do, but yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I'd assume the Seahawks would have to wear their home ones then, or
Yeah.
else it'd look kind of weird. But
It's a
yeah,
bad omen to be the home team in the Super or to have the home jersey in the Super Bowl. The away ones always win, so I hope they
so
pick the white.
I guess that might be. I saw someone on Twitter saying, last time the Patriots wore the whites, they lost, which was the Seahawks, but that was just the white tops. I sound that not their bottoms, just their tops. Like that, like they didn't wear the whole whited out jerseys. That was just the
Yeah.
white. We'll see what happens though. We'll talk a lot more next week's episode. Obviously, we're gonna dive completely into the Super Bowl, break everything down. We'll see where Robert Spillane is. We'll see where Harold Landry is going into the week. And kind of do a lot of stuff. I don't know if the episode. I don't know if it's gonna be if we'll record Monday. I don't know if maybe you guys want to wait a little later just to kind of get some injury news or maybe some talk about the Super Bowl week with Radio Row and everything. But there will be an episode next week though, so it might not be Tuesday, it might be Wednesday or Thursday when we drop it, but there will be an episode though. If you guys don't have anything, Liam, you wanted to bring something else up about Tom Brady, something maybe adjacent, Tom Brady adjacent.
Yeah, it's super quick.
I got you.
Which ring is your favorite?
The next one.
The next one.
The next one. That's it.
Uh,
And Drake May has kind of done that where he's like, hey, what big throw do you like? The next one. So
the next one.
it's gonna be good stuff, guys. So
And in the Zolak, America's worst nightmare is back.
yeah, I mean, nothing you can do, guys. That's it. So for Liam, for Al, Mike, this was Tuck Rule Takes, the Super Bowl on the way to the Super Bowl edition of Tuck Rule Takes. We will see you next week to preview the big game, as they say. You know, you can't say Super Bowl, I guess. So we'll preview it then. Any other news that comes out, anything else that we find entertaining, we will talk about. But we will see you guys next week. Patriots fans, rejoice. Be as annoying as you can possibly be these next 2 weeks. And we will see you next week. Sweet feet.
Super Bowl, sweet feet.